Do you prefer hash rosin or BHO? Well, either way, chances are you're going to like what 710 Labs has to offer.
With 710 Labs. And I gotta show them a little love, a little extra appreciation for that. That's kind of insane, man.
We gotta spice you on here. 710 Labs.
In the ever-evolving industry we are part of, few names resonate as strongly as Brad Melshenker and 710 Labs. Known for their commitment to quality and innovation in the hash and extraction space, Brad and his team have redefined what it means to be a modern brand. Brad's relationship with the plant began at the age of 15 when his brother introduced him to it. What started as a personal interest soon turned into a means to afford his own use, leading Brad to sell during his teenage years. In 2005, Brad and some of his friends moved to Los Angeles with dreams of starting a fashion brand. Little did he know, this move would pave the way for his future career. In Los Angeles, Brad built relationships with cultivars, dispensaries, immersing himself in the Prop 215 era. Proposition 215, which passed in 1996, made California the first state to legalize medical marijuana. This groundbreaking legislation allowed patients with a doctor's recommendation to possess and cultivate cannabis for personal use, laying the foundation for the state's medical cannabis program. What's up, guys? Hey, if you guys are looking for some amazing seeds at a great price, go over to my friends at seedsherenow.com. Go to seedsherenow.com, use my code LMC15. You're going to get 15% off your entire order. Big shouts out to the homies over there. They've been in the game for a minute. They got a lot of different varieties, great prices, and great customer service. So go check them out. That's seedsherenow.com. Use my code LMC15 to get 50% off your entire order. Anyways, let's jump back into it. The Prop 215 era was a time of both opportunity and challenge, and the industry was still in its infancy, navigating a complex legal landscape. Brad's first significant step into the cannabis industry was marked by his attempt to establish a grow facility in Encino. Eager to create a successful business, Brad raised funds from friends and family, securing their trust and financial support. The goal was ambitious, to create the most eco-friendly collective in the country.
Flushless toilets, like LED lights before LED were a thing. So found a grower back east that moved out to be my partner, and me and him ran this house, and it was a total failure. We ran LEDs in 2008, basically, before we were just trying to be ahead of the time, and total failure, lost all our money. We're like, what do we do next? And heard that Colorado was coming online in terms of being a for-profit business.
Determined to learn from his mistakes and undeterred by the setback, Brad decided to move to Colorado in 2009. The decision was driven by the changing laws in Colorado, which were becoming more favorable for commercial operations compared to California's stringent nonprofit model. Colorado's Amendment 20 allowed for for-profit businesses, offering a more viable financial model for entrepreneurs. And Brad saw an opportunity to start fresh in a state that was welcoming. He chose Boulder, a city known for its progressive attitudes and vibrant culture, which made it an ideal location to establish a new business.
Right as we had that horrible harvest, after that harvest, my friend introduced me to this dispensary in Encino called Kind Meds, and they were giving out dabs of concentrates back in 2008, 2009, and it was a full bar where there were bartenders giving out dabs, watching Lakers games and stuff, and I was like, man, this is the future. I took my first dab, and unfortunately I was higher than I'd ever been in an uncomfortable way. But I kind of saw where this industry was going and how concentrates were really coming on the scene in 2008, 2009. So I took that concept and moved to Boulder, Colorado from LA and opened my first dispensary called The Greenest Green. And we had a full dab bar in there.
Now, Brad's dab hash bar offered a unique and engaging way for people to experience cannabis. The bar became a central feature of The Greenest Green dispensary, which customers could try their first dab under the guidance of knowledgeable staff. And this hands-on approach helped demystify concentrates and made them more accessible to a broader audience. And Brad's innovative approach not only introduced a new method of consumption, but also helped build a community around the practice.
So CU students were coming in before class, $5 dabs. It was a time that I wish we could take me back to that time, because it was really, really fun. It was also a great time to introduce concentrates to the Colorado market. From that opening of that dab bar, The Greenest Green, to now has been, like I said, a roller coaster of ups and downs.
In 2010 to 2011, 710 Labs set up one of the first hydrocarbon extraction facilities for cannabis. Hydrocarbon extraction is a method that uses solvents like butane and propane to extract cannabinoids and terpenes from the cannabis plant. The process is highly effective in preserving the full spectrum of compounds found in cannabis, resulting in a potent and flavorful concentrate. Today, most butane hash oil, or BHO, is referred to as live or cured resin. Setting up a hydrocarbon extraction facility was a significant milestone for 710 Labs. Brad's commitment to quality led him to meticulous research and implement best practices in the industry. The facility was designed with safety and efficiency in mind, adhering to strict guidelines to ensure the highest quality product. The government even made him hire industrial hygienists to make sure that the lab was safe.
And I was like, what the fuck is an industrial hygienist? And did some research, and basically the people that the cops call to go into a meth lab when they bust it to make sure it's safe. And I was like, all right. So I found this guy on Google and learned how to build a safe hydrocarbon extraction facility for cannabis.
The hydrocarbon extraction process begins with the plant material being placed in a column. Solvents, like butane, are then passed through the columns to dissolve the plant's cannabinoids and terpenes. The resulting solution is collected and solvents are removed through evaporation, leaving behind a pure concentrate. The introduction of hydrocarbon extraction at 710 Labs not only improved the quality of their products, but also positioned them as a leader in the concentrate market. And Brad's dedication to mastering his process exemplified his commitment to innovation and excellence. In the mid-2010s, Brad went to Seattle to learn more about the emerging solventless scene there.
I was coming out there a lot to visit some glass blowers, and I noticed this tide shifting to solventless concentrates in like 2012, 2013, maybe even 2014, and all the glass parties I was going to. And all that, they were starting to smoke solventless. So I was like, we got to get on this train and learn that side of the extraction process. And then I learned how. And while we were still cultivating, it was important, more on the solventless side, that you really control your cultivation side of the business, because you need to control how to control the resin and handle the resin. And long story short, we learned a lot of our techniques out in Seattle from a guy named Kush for Breakfast, one of the best, and the Goat Organics guys, who are now, I forget what their brand is now, but they taught us a lot out in Seattle. So
Brad learned the intricacies of ice water extraction, which allowed him to produce high-quality solventless concentrates himself. And this trip was transformative for Brad. He saw firsthand the meticulous process involved in creating solventless extractions and how crucial it was to control every aspect of cultivation. The lessons learned in Seattle were instrumental in shaping the future of 710 Labs, enabling them to produce some of the most sought-after solventless products on the market.
So in the solventless process, in the water hash process, what we're trying to do is isolate those and get rid of the stalks or the stems of the trichome, and just isolate those trichome heads. And so with BHO extraction or hydrocarbon extraction, you're taking those heads and you're immediately getting rid of the cell membrane around the juices. The best juices in the plant are that trichome head. In BHO extraction, you're getting rid of that cell membrane and the trichome goes away, it's into an oil. In water hash, you're trying to keep those intact for as long as possible. That's why you do it under cold. So you're breaking those off gently in the water hash process and getting them separated.
Now, Brad and 710 Labs have always prioritized innovation. By promoting their low-temp dabbing, they educated consumers on the importance of flavor and quality. And Brad's experience in the fashion industry played a crucial role in shaping the branding strategy of 710 Labs. From the outset, Brad recognized the importance of high-quality packaging and a strong visual identity.
We've always been like, so the first thing we did in my first dispensary was we wanted to do a recycle program with these glass jars, and we found these Miron jars through a friend. And they're UV protective, and they're the best thing to store any sort of cosmetic and plant or herb, and they work great for cannabis. So that was the first thing that kind of helped innovate us. We were using glass jars, everyone's using plastic pop tops in 2009. They weren't even thinking that, like, well, I'll spend $1 on it. They're spending 25, 30 cents on a jar. I'll spend $1 on a jar. I know that's gonna be worth it in the long run, especially when people are recycling them and helping with the environment.
In addition to innovative packaging, Brad focused on creating a memorable and engaging brand experience. The rebranding in 2017 produced a fresh and cohesive look to 710 Labs. The team launched virtual scavenger hunts and other interactive campaigns that not only promoted their products, but also built a loyal and engaged community. And this strategic focus on branding helped differentiate 710 Labs in a crowded market and established a deep connection with their audience.
First off, we got 3 grams of their live rosin batter. Now, a thing about 710 is that they have cold cured stuff, but they also have fresh frozen. In fact, I think they made their name off of fresh frozen. And now, so we got a whole bunch of shit from 710 right here, man.
710 Labs' collaboration with Eric Kahn exemplified a strategic approach to marketing that leveraged the authenticity and the reach of social media personalities within the community. By partnering with these well-known figures, 710 Labs tapped into an engaged audience that already trusts the influencers and opinions and recommendations, and 710 Labs used this to their advantage, creating content that highlighted the superior quality of their live rosin products through genuine experience-based reviews and demonstrations.
They're the most consistent, man. 710 really is the most consistent, so shout out to them.
This approach not only showcased the product's features, but also created a narrative around the brand that resonated with a dedicated consumer base. The collaboration was brilliant in its execution, blending these influencers' personal styles with 710 Labs' brand ethos. By doing so, they maintained authenticity, a critical factor in the market where consumers are often skeptical of overt advertising. The influencer storytelling and detailed product insights provided an organic way to educate potential customers, making the partnership a masterclass in effective influencer marketing within the industry. By leveraging social media effectively, despite the challenges posed by platforms like Instagram, Brad ensured that 710 Labs maintained a strong presence and continued to grow its follower base. The branding strategy extended beyond aesthetics to include educational initiatives, which helped inform consumers and budtenders alike about the nuances of their products and consumption. As 710 Labs continued to establish itself as a leader in the cannabis industry, Brad recognized the importance of expanding beyond Colorado and California. His vision for the company was not just national, but to create a brand synonymous with quality across the United States. This expansion required careful planning and a commitment to maintaining the high standards that 710 Labs was known for. The first step in this expansion was Michigan. Recognizing the state's rapidly growing medical and recreational cannabis market, 710 Labs sought to establish a presence there. By partnering with local cultivars and investing in state-of-the-art facilities, Brad ensured that the quality of their products remained consistent. And the launch in Michigan was a success, and 710 Labs quickly became a favorite among local consumers. Throughout the expansion, Brad emphasized the importance of quality and consistency, and each new state presented unique challenges from climate differences affecting cultivation to varying regulatory requirements. Brad's solution was to ensure that every new facility adhered to the same rigorous standards that define 710 Labs. And this commitment to quality was non-negotiable and became a cornerstone of their expansion strategy. And as 710 Labs continues to grow, Brad's vision remains clear: to create a national brand that consumers trust for its unwavering commitment to the quality. And yeah, big shouts out to 710 Labs. They've been a staple in this industry for sure. Now, Brad Melshinker's journey from a young enthusiast to a pioneering force in the industry is nothing short of remarkable. Through 710 Labs, he has set new standards for quality and consumer experience. And as we look to the future, Brad and his team continue to shape the cannabis landscape, ensuring that 710 Labs remains at the forefront of innovation and excellence. Thank you guys for watching this episode of High Design. This is a High Design QP episode, quick pack episode. If you guys are not subscribed to the YouTube channel, make sure you guys are subscribed. Please hit the like button, comment down below, follow us on all the social medias. The links are down below in the description. And yeah, guys, I really appreciate y'all. This is LMC, signing out.